Hey, I'm Jeff Rona. I'm a film composer here in Los Angeles, California, and behind me is my writing rig that I'm using to work on a few different projects at the moment. One of them is this film, and they want a score that's pretty tense. It's a lot of tension. And you don't always think necessarily about going to certain instruments for that. And I was checking out the Rob Papen stuff, which I really like. And although it kind of leans towards like a lot of modern dance production and pop, I really found these were just amazing synths for almost anything. And so I've started using a couple of them just in this piece right here. I can show you if you'll come with me. The first thing I was doing was, I'm going to solo this one little idea. I took this one sound in blue, and it's actually doesn't seem like much. It's just kind of this wobbly, trembling sound, but I programmed with pitch bend and using the mod wheel on the filter, and so then instead of doing anything with drums, I'm kind of trying to lean away from drums, is this idea of just moving my finger on the pad and with this one synth, and it just keeps getting faster and faster with me just sort of wiping my finger on a little XY pad. And the effects, all the effects are all built into the synth, and I was able to get it with delays and chorus. It gets pretty intense after a while. So I'm still working on this piece a bit, and one of the things I was thinking about was adding a kind of a pulse to it, and I was listening to some of the sounds that are in Predator. So I found this great kind of sound that's just. Again, it's kind of trembling, but in a really different way. So I was thinking about putting it towards the end of this scene. There's this police officer going through this basement. There might be a killer, we don't know. These are just such great instruments. I've been having an absolute blast with Predator, with Blue, and I've even been using the guitar plug-in PG, GP, PG, what's it called?
RG.
RG, I knew it was that. It's a great rhythm thing, and again, I'm always looking for ways to get rhythms to pulse and morph and twist and bend. And it's always great when the effects are all built in, because then I can just do a snapshot and it's all done. So even for this kind of music that's very textural, that's kind of ambient, that has a lot of jitter to it, one of the things that really matters to me, and one of my kind of little secrets with writing, is to not use a lot of sounds, but make each sound as interesting as possible, so that 2-3 layers can kind of move back and forth, as opposed to layering 10 things that are kind of boring. That just tends to turn into mud once it gets mixed in with dialogue and things. But if you have just a couple of sounds, like even just these 2 sounds that I just had up, in in Predator and Blue, it's absolutely fantastic that when the sound is that unusual and that different, and these synthesizers just have an enormous amount of dynamic range, and the filters have an incredible range to them, and so between the dynamics and the filters and the effects and the modulation and the arpeggiators, these synths just come through so well. So it's fantastic to be able to work in such a simple way and get such a really good complex result. So I kind of like that. So I'm having an absolutely incredible time scaring the pants off of people using Rob's synths. So thank you very much.